Yeah.
Hey yo, man, it's your time. Man, fuck poverty. Get this money, man. What the fuck you gotta do, you know what I'm saying?
I can tell you're mad at me just by how your face looks.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Phil and Leroy, the Judgmental Podcast.
This Phil back in the house.
And that's Leroy. So what's going on, Phil? Long time no see.
Oh, you just saw me yesterday. What are you talking about?
On a podcast, not long time.
Chilling.
You ain't. I was trying to get your position changed, get a new person to fill in your spot.
Yeah, trying to play me.
And then my cousin did the music episode, so we ain't seen you in a while.
It's all good. I don't mind fill-ins.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, Phil been going for what, two episodes. So, his situation is he has a problem. Always going in the restaurants, they don't have his order. Something not done right. He wanted ketchup on his cheesesteak and they didn't put it on there. There's always a story. So here we go, everybody. We got a fresh, brand new story for you. So, Phil, tell everyone a story about you and Visions, which is a soul food restaurant here in Delaware County.
Oh man, you going back to this?
Yes.
Let's see. You and Coop told us about the spot. We ordered some food over the phone. They told me 20 minutes to pick it up. I went over there to pick it up. When I got in there, nobody was at the counter, but they had all this food, laid out behind a glass that you can see.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the stuff that he told us over the phone that they didn't have, I saw down there. Like he told us there was no more chicken, and I saw like all types of fried chicken over there. So, and it was other sides and stuff that, you know what I mean? But anyway, nobody was in there. So I'm standing there like, damn, how is nobody in the store? So I had to yell for some attention. I'm like, yo. And then a boy come from in the back. I guess he the cook or the owner. I don't know. He had the apron on.
Yes.
But like, he was like, what's up? And I was like, I came to pick up an order. He said, what did you have? And then I said, it was a blackened salmon platter. So he grabbed the platter, an empty platter, and he went over and put some blackened salmon on it. He said, well, what else? And I said, I think it was like mac and cheese and collard greens. So then he put like the mac and cheese on there. And then I said, but I already ordered it. And then he was like, well, why you ain't say that when you walked in? I was like, what? I said, that's the first thing I said. I said, I came to pick up a... And then he like, oh, how people old heads, they'd be like, doing all that type stuff. He set the platter to the side, and the platter was right there, like the only platter he had waiting to be picked up. And then when he gave it to me, I was like, do you got a menu or something I can take home? He's like, no, you can see everything online. I was like, okay, damn, black people, customer service skills.
So 2 questions. Number 1, how's the food? And number 2, will you go back?
I'll probably never go back, but the food was good.
Because of the service, that's why you want to go back?
Yeah, I ain't like that. I mean, like if my wife orders something and she want me to pick it up, then all right, but whatever. But I'm not going to be ordering.
All right. So last week. But, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But my wife just had an issue with Wendy's.
Oh, okay. Tell us that story. Now we got the wife. Now wife is involved in your shenanigans. Huh?
Hey, babe, you want to get in and tell you Wendy's story? Come on, tell me the story.
Well, go ahead. You tell it then.
That's the only thing that you go on. I stay on the phone for an hour and I end up getting my stuff online.
She ordered some food online on the app, the Wendy's app. And when the food got here, they fucked up the order. So then she wanted to call and complain, but she was on hold for an hour. So I wound up going to Wendy's and just picking up 2 more burgers because she ordered a what is it called? A junior baconator. Mm-hmm. It was no junior baconator in the bag. And I had a $5 biggie bag that comes with, the fries, the nuggets, the soda, and a double is like a what is it called? It's a double cheeseburger with bacon. I forget. Double stack with bacon, but it has all the other stuff on, like the mayonnaise, the lettuce, tomatoes, all that good stuff with the bacon. Well, they gave me the double stack, but it was nothing. It was just 2 patties with a piece of cheese in the middle. No mayonnaise, nothing on it. Just so I was like, they fucked this order all up.
Right.
So after a while, she wound up getting reimbursed for everything. I mean, she could probably tell you the story better, but that's just a gist of it.
Now, was this Wendy's on McDade?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They was running a special online. It was like all Wendy's deliveries are free. So you didn't even have to go through like Grubhub or anything like that. You could just go to Wendy's app and get it, I think.
Okay. Is this for good or just for
I think it was for a certain time. It probably was like for a week, something like that.
All right.
So then they gave her like all these different deals and coupons online, and they reimbursed her for money. So pretty much got free food.
Okay. All right. So we have was it last week? Last week, or that'll be 2 weeks ago, Bill Cosby was released from prison. Now, before you say anything, let me read what was on the New York Times. Bill Cosby released from prison explained. Here's a breakdown of the legal issues surrounding a Pennsylvania Supreme Court ruling that abruptly let the disgraced entertainer out of prison. They're already slamming him already early in the article. Disgraced actor and comedian Bill Cosby walked free this week after 3 years in prison when the Pennsylvania Supreme Court threw out his 2008 convictions on charges of drugging and sexually assaulting Angelique Constant in 2004 when she was a Temple University employee. The abrupt reversal of the high-profile sexual assault conviction after the Me Too movement has attracted a particular interest in raising questions such as whether Mr. Cosby could face prosecution of any of the accusations of sexual assault and misconduct that more than 50 women have leveled against him. Here's a dissection of the legal issues. Why did the court overturn the conviction? Because the prosecutors violated Mr. Cosby's rights by reneging on a apparent promise not to charge him, the court majority ruled. In 2005, Bruce L. Castor Jr., who was then the district attorney of Montgomery County outside Philadelphia, issued a news release saying that he had declined to charge Mr. Cosby over the matter. Mr. Cosby then sat for depositions and separate lawsuits filed against him by Ms. Constant, which he paid her $3.38 million to settle in 2006. But a questioned district attorney reversed Mr. Castor's decision and charged the entertainer with insulting Ms. Constance. After all, in the trial, prosecutors used what Mr. Cosby has said in the deposition, his admission that in decades past has given quaaludes to women in an effort to have sex with him as evidence against him. I'm not going to read it all after this, but I just want to show everyone why did the Supreme Court rule that Mr. Cosby should be freed. Number one, he should have never went to trial from the jump anyway. He should have never, because the news make it seems like they didn't cross a T or they didn't sign some form of paperwork, which is why he was released. Like, well, we had to release him because we didn't sign this form or something like that. That's what the news make it seem like. They don't make it seem that his rights was pretty much violated and he was jailed for no reason at all, pretty much. And the thing about him saying he was giving quaaludes to women, he didn't admit to I gave him quaaludes to sleep with him. I just waited till they get drugged out and I get to sleep with them. So I got 2 reports for you. Number one is ABC News did a report. This is kind of long, 7 minutes with they have a lawyer on the episode. Here's the report.
News after Bill Cosby was released from prison yesterday after his sex assault conviction was overturned due to a technicality. Cosby returned to his home outside of Philadelphia in the afternoon following a ruling by the Pennsylvania Supreme Court. Lindsay Davis has been covering the story from the start. She has the latest.
This morning, Bill Cosby is officially a free man following a ruling by the Pennsylvania Supreme Court overturning his conviction for sexual assault. The comedian telling me in a phone conversation about his disappointment with some of the coverage.
Nobody had the sense to say, wait 1 second, this doesn't match up with the truth. This is not what I was taught in college. This is not what I was taught at home.
Cosby then came out with a statement maintaining his innocence, thanking fans, supporters, and friends. The 83-year-old now back at home flashing a peace sign to the cameras.
What we saw today was justice.
The legendary comedian previously found guilty and sentenced to prison in 2018, accused of drugging and sexually assaulting Temple University employee Andrea Constand. But the Pennsylvania Supreme Court reversing that decision Wednesday because of an agreement his legal team had struck with a former prosecutor that he would not be charged if he agreed to testify in a 2005 civil suit brought by Constand. The court says Cosby will not be retried on the same charges, and that decision is, of course, sparking reaction on both sides. Felicia Rashad, who portrayed his television wife Claire Huxtable, celebrating the news, writing on Instagram, "Finally, a terrible wrong is being righted. A miscarriage of justice is being corrected."
Well, you see, she got in trouble for saying that by the college. What was the college that she was going to?
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah. So she got in trouble for speaking the truth because it was a miscarriage of justice because he should have never went to trial from the jump. So what did she say wrong? All right, here we go.
While Cosby always maintained his innocence, he was dogged by accusations of drugging and sexually assaulting dozens of women, which he has also denied. Now, for many of Cosby's accusers, anger and frustration. Constand releasing a statement calling the decision disappointing and saying it may discourage those who seek justice for sexual assault in the criminal justice system.
She's a liar because you didn't seek justice. You only seek the check.
Exactly. How about you get that $3 million back?
Exactly. So what is she talking about? You ain't seek no justice. You wanted to get paid.
That sentiment.
And I laugh at her every time I see her picture because Howard Stern always say, like, I look just like the woman that Bill Cosby raped. He like, damn, I always see her.
And he do too, and I ain't never put two and two together.
And is shared by Lisa Lott Lublin, who testified against Cosby, accusing him of drugging and sexually assaulting her in 1989.
He cannot take back his lifestyle that he had previously of being this America's dad. That is gone forever.
One legal analyst that we spoke to put it this way. She said that sometimes legal law and moral law don't always coincide. The Cosby district attorney released a statement saying that Cosby is free on a procedural issue that is irrelevant to the facts of the crime. Deirdre?
See how they play these little word games here?
Yep.
Lindsay Davis, thank you very much. Joining us now for more on this is the host and legal analyst at Law and Crime Network, Terry Austin. Terry, thanks so much for lending us your expertise. How is this all happening on a technicality?
Well, it's a procedural decision here. It's not a substance decision. But I do think that it was the right decision, not the right result, though. So the conviction was vacated because they actually used the poison fruit from that tree that they should not have gotten. So in other words, they used the testimony that Bill Cosby made at this deposition when, in fact, he was promised it would not be used against him. So he gave up his Fifth Amendment right. And the Pennsylvania Supreme Court said that was a violation of due process. So that was the right decision. I think, though, that the dissent got the result and the remedy right, because what the Supreme Court could have done here was to say, vacate the decision, don't use the fruit from the poison tree, but allow the claim to be brought again. What they essentially did is to say, forever, this claim cannot be brought against Bill Cosby. And that really isn't the intention of a prosecutorial agreement. It should be just for the agreement between that prosecutor and that defendant, not forever. It's not a pardon. So I think the court was partially right.
Who would agree to that?
Exactly.
Okay, partially right, partially wrong. Were you surprised that he was let out of prison?
Well, with the decision to vacate the conviction, that would be the next step for him to get out of prison. And so I think that was correct, that he had already served 3 of the 10 years. And in fact, he was denied parole very recently because he failed to go to a sexual assault program. But
because he didn't sexually assault anyone. So she's playing on both sides of the fence because with her words, because the question that the lady asked her, that's a yes or no. And what she should have said was, yeah, he should have been released because he should have never been in jail from the jump.
Yep.
He should have never went to court from the jump. And of course he ain't going to go to no damn what was it, sexual assault class. Like, then that means that's an admission of guilt. Because if he would have got out, then they would say, well, yeah, he obviously he did it, because why would he go to sexual assault class?
Yep.
Court just decided, obviously, that it was a wrong conviction, that the charges should never have been brought, Deirdre. That's essentially what they said, that the case should never have been brought. They didn't say that the jury came to the wrong decision from a substance standpoint. They said from a procedural standpoint, the charges should not have been brought, and so therefore Bill Cosby should be let out of jail.
So, Terry, what about the future of this case? I mean, can it be appealed? What are the next most logical steps?
The next logical step would be an appeal to the Supreme Court. I don't think that that will occur. I don't think the prosecution is going to try to get that remedy. And I don't think that the Supreme Court of the United States is going to take up this case. It's a criminal matter. It's something I think that the Supreme Court justices will decide is better left with the state to determine how it should be resolved. So I don't think that we'll see anything further, at least as far as the prosecution is concerned. I do think that the other victims might try to bring cases if they're not time barred.
Okay, so that was my next question. And speaking of next steps, there's Andrea Constant. There is another woman singular with claims against Bill Cosby, and then numerous others, but they have been beyond the statute of limitations. So what are their choices collectively?
You know, I think the Me Too movement, the Time's Up movement, which assists individuals in terms of bringing cases against people who have victimized them, I think those cases will proceed. Andrea Constant, her case went forward because she wasn't time barred. There was no statute of limitations. Many of the other cases have been time barred. But if, in fact, there is a case against Bill Cosby, or anyone else for that matter, and it's not time barred, the statute hasn't run, they will be able to bring their cases. One other thing I'll mention is, I think from a prosecution standpoint, those prosecutors will have to think carefully about which cases they bring on behalf of the victims and what the evidence shows, just to make sure that at the end of the day, they have a conviction.
Terry, thank you.
Yeah, she's playing both sides of the fence there. Well, our second report is our Philadelphia favorite, that idiot Mark Lamont Hill.
Oh my God!
On a Black News Network. I don't know if this is a TV thing or a YouTube thing. It's some type of Black News Network they have going on here. He had Judge Joe Brown on there, and the idiot is arguing with Judge Joe Brown, and Judge Joe Brown is talking about the law. Shout out to World Star, because the interview was like 16 minutes long, and they had a 4-minute clip. So here we go.
If someone willingly takes pills and becomes high and drunk, can they legally consent?
Sometimes you can. Used to be you could. They had a change in there back 25 years.
Look at his face. He's disgusted when Judge Joe Brown just
because he's catering to you know who.
Yeah. He's like, oh my God, what?
Yep. He act like a whole different person, like you don't know him from where he came from.
Right.
Ago when they were saying no, you can't, but before that, basically you could. That's why they told you.
So, but we're talking about the law. So
like just
so,
like
so
he
then
said,
Judge, again, since you're saying we should appeal to the law, if the law says that you can't be
intoxication, where you did something to them they didn't consent to. See, that's when that law started changing from you got yourself drunk, you are responsible to know the bartender's responsible because he lets you get drunk. That's when that change started coming
Bill
about.
Cosby's admitting, Bill Cosby's admitting to giving women alcohol and pills for the purpose of having sex, and if by the
he never said that.
No, you never said that. Now he just adding in shit.
Law.
This is why I'm playing these. That's why I read that report earlier in the beginning, because people, they like to twist the truth and put it on their side. So I just told you, I read to you. I'm not talking to you, Philip. I'm talking to the people out there. I just read to you what the law said, and you see how my man, he's supposed to be a news guy, and just blatantly just lied on TV or internet. I don't know what this network is.
You can't consent if you're drunk or high.
You go out to dinner or you have a party or something. So
yeah,
does
but
that
that's
make
not the
them
same.
taken
That's irrelevant,
advantage
Judge.
of because they do something they would have done anyway? A whole lot of them I knew back in the years would
that's
take
sexual
drugs,
assault, Judge.
particularly
No, it's
quaaludes.
not.
They did that a lot. I had a lot of female clients I had to get out of messes because they had a fondness for quaaludes. It's not cool.
Yeah, is it quaaludes or quaaludes? Yeah, he said quaaludes.
But
it's
I mean,
okay to take.
Don't you bear any responsibility for this, especially if you keep going back?
So, Judge.
Now, did you hear that? Because he said, "Do you take any responsibility for this, especially if you keep going back?" And the idiot Mark Lamont Hill said, "No." So it's never your fault for doing anything.
Exactly.
I want to lay this out plainly, just so, and I'll give you a chance to respond. I'll even give you the last word. If you give someone drugs and alcohol, even if they want to take the drugs and alcohol, if they get to a point where they are inebriated, where they are high or drunk, you cannot have sex with them. It is not sex; it becomes rape. And even by the legal standard that you're saying we should.
How did you act in college, Mark? So okay, let's just say I'm with a girl and we both well, I don't smoke weed, but let's just say I was drinking and she was smoking weed and she got high and I got drunk and we had sex. Now, does that make me a rapist?
According to Mark Lamont, yes.
States. That's only the law in certain states. It's not for every state. And it goes into the same philosophy. It goes into the same thing. I didn't know I was going to get that drunk, so it ain't my fault I got a DUI and killed somebody.
Exactly.
How you think that's going to float?
Exactly. He's totally right.
Right, but the difference is the drunk person has a responsibility to not.
On the East Coast who want a new category.
The drunk person has a responsibility not to get into the car.
It's called rape by
seduction. The drunk person does not have a responsibility not to get into the responsibility.
Then you decide to have a good meal, linen, candlelight, wine, dine. You go for a walk in the park. My place or yours. Get over there. Kissy, kissy, poo, seduction, clothes come off. Everybody has a good time. This crowd wants that to be called
everybody isn't having a good time. One person's being assaulted. Right, but what I'm saying, Judge, and I got to run.
See, that's the point. He never admitted to what he did, was accused of, which is
how many people in your court admitted to what they did
All
that were
did
guilty?
Was they asked for it. I supplied it. They wanted it.
Okay,
that's like put some candles on and some incense when we do it.
He's a damn judge.
Let's go out and have a fine meal. Some Pinot Noir,
giving some
Cabernet Sauvignon,
giving somebody
to go with the prime rib and the lobster. And then we, after we leave the 5-star restaurant, we got a nice walk in the park.
This honestly is, with all due respect, is the most disturbing interview I've ever had in my life.
No, but see, you're into this thing where everybody's got to be protected. This society does not work when the society's obligation is to protect somebody from being stupid. You protect somebody's right.
To protect somebody from being raped, but we got to go, Judge Joe Brown. We can have a conversation, but I got to run commercial breaks. I'm way past commercial breaks.
Just like you can't protect somebody from liability for killing someone in a fatal DUI because the bartender didn't stop serving them when they kept asking.
Unfortunately, I got to run. We're way past commercial break. I know you understand that. Thank you for joining the show. Let us know what you're thinking. Hit us up on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at BNC News. Visit the website, bnc.tv. Coming up next.
He's an idiot.
He is an idiot. I used to like him until he started hosting these damn Ratchet TV reunions. Then I was like, damn, what is he doing?
Mm-hmm.
All downhill from there.
Right. And like the judge said, okay, if you got drunk, you got in your car and you killed somebody, got in an accident and killed somebody, and you say, well, hey, look, that ain't my responsibility. Now, how, like he said, how's that going to work in court?
Exactly. The bottom line is self-accountability means a lot. And if you going over there and you popping pills and drugs and stuff, anything can happen. And I was saying that before, like, why is it all, like, if two people is getting high and then they have sex, why is that assault if the girl say she didn't want to, she was high, when the guy was high too, but it's always on the guy? You know what I mean? Y'all both was high. Y'all both had sex. So how should one be punished and not the other one?
Right. Yeah, that Marco Hill is one big idiot, and I don't even think he believes half of the stuff he say. Like you said, I think he just caping,
trying to get that CNN job.
Right, just trying to cape. And then the judge will come with some legal stuff, and it's like he didn't want to clean the wax out his ears and listen to what he was saying.
And lying, like you said, because Bill Cosby never said I gave him this stuff with intentions to have sex with him.
Exactly.
He gave him that because they wanted that. And did he expect to have sex? Yes.
Yep. They asked him, did he apply them Quaaludes? And he said, yeah. That's what they wanted. They wanted Quaaludes, they wanted drinks, and I had it.
And they always say, like, well, why all 50 women got the exact same story? Well, because they got the exact same lawyer. Why do 50 women have the same little lawyer feeding them information on what to say?
Exactly.
Somebody just gonna give you pills and you don't know what it is, but gonna take it because your head hurt, but you at his crib. Yeah, okay, girl.
Right. All right, Dale. We're gonna go down to New Orleans with the beautiful 33-year-old Caitlin Pastoni, who looks way older than 33, by the way. Did you see her picture?
Who are you talking about here?
She was working for Jefferson Parish office. She was arrested for allegedly refusing to return more than 1.2 million.
She's 33?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
She lived a rough life.
Right. Caitlin Saponi, 33, of Harvey, was fired after being booked on theft valued over $25,000 bank fraud and illegal transmission of monetary funds, said Captain Jason Rivard, a sheriff office spokesman. Saponi could not reach for comment. So Saponi is accused of immediately moving the money to another account after using some of the ill-gotten cash to buy a new car and a house. At least her head was in the right spot. Though the money was put into her account, Rivera said it's not her money. She was not no legal claim to that money, he added. Even if it was put there by mistake, it was an account area. So Spadoni is also being sued in federal court by Charles Schwab and Company. The company has accused Saponi of dodging their calls, text messages, and email attempts to recover the money. Hey, look, my phone was messed up.
Mm-hmm.
According to the
I got a new phone and a move.
According to the lawsuit at the U.S. District Court of New Orleans, Patoni opened an account with Schwab in January. About a month later, the company installed an enhancement to the software used to transfer assets, court records said. On February 23rd, Schwab meant to transfer $82.56 into a Felly brokerage service account, also owned by Spatoni, but the company instead transferred $1,205,619, court record said. Staffers with the company and media tried to stop or reclaim the transfer, but couldn't. The next day, Schwab sent a reclaim request to the institution that administers the account where the money was mistakenly sent, but the request was rejected, with Schwab receiving cash not available notification, court record says. She said, holy shit, I hit the jackpot. That's because Patoni already moved the money out of the account, Rivard said. She secreted, and they were not able to access it. Over the past few weeks, Schwab made several attempts to contact Patoni, but never answered her phone or responded to text messages or emails. By her conduct, Patoni made it clear that she did not intend to return the mistakenly transferred funds to Schwab, the lawsuit said. Schwab Patoni contacted the sheriff's office, which opened a criminal investigation. Detectives determined Patoni used some of the money to buy a house and a new car, a 2021 Honda Genesis sport utility vehicle with a price tag that starts about $48,000 and can top at just over $70,000, according to authorities. A Honda Genesis is their luxury brand.
I heard of it.
Yeah, a Honda Genesis. Genesis, just call them a Genesis. They're like their Lexus because they pretty much look just like Lexuses. And let me see if I can find a picture of the truck. it's their like. So she went and got pretty much. She went and got a luxury car. I don't know which one. They didn't say Pacific what she bought, but let me see. Can you see the van here, or is your picture in the way?
Yes, I see it. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's the they don't call it Hyundai Genesis, but Hyundai makes the car. But Genesis is like their luxury brand.
Okay.
So she went out and bought. She said, "Holy shit! I finally hit the." Hey, wait a minute. Maybe I won the lottery or something. That's what she could lie and say she had won the lottery.
Yeah, I can't knock her because if it was me, I'd have probably done the same thing.
Detectives and Schwab have been able to recover about 75% of the money thus far occurring to Riverdale. The company argues in this lawsuit that Spadoni's account contact with Schwab includes an agreement that if the client receives an overpayment of funds, the client is required to return the full amount. Patoni has been with the Sheriff Office 911 Center for 4.5 years. She is being held Thursday afternoon at the Jefferson Parish Correctional Center in Gretna in lieu of $50,000 bond. Court record says she can pay it off with the money. Oh yeah, that's right. They already recovered it. She said, "Holy shit! Is this money in my account? Call that car dealership. I guarantee you, she bought that car in cash."
She should have stashed some cash at her mom's or in the basement or somewhere.
Like, holy shit! I hit the big time.
You didn't have a video recording of that?
Yeah, but it's just people just talking about it. Do you want to?
Oh, okay. No, you don't have to.
Yeah,
I thought you had like the police report or the news report where they was like breaking it down.
No, I just had the Fox News. The
Okay.
Fox News people just talking about.
Hey, I don't blame her, but if she had a little bit more time, she could have put that money in an offshore account and moved the hell out the country and been chilling.
Well, Philip, the white men is on a march in Philly. Police said members of the group Patron Front, described by the Anti-Defamation League as white supremacists, marched in Philadelphia, clashing with pedestrians and setting off what was believed to be smoke bombs. Here's the report.
It is now 9:02 and new this morning. Only Action News was there as protesters associated with the white supremacist group Patriot Front marched through the heart of Philadelphia. Counter-protesters confronted that particular group. Police did respond to the scene that you see right here. That march coming ahead of today's visit by First Lady Jill Biden, and her security is heightened for the 4th of July. Action News reporter Becca Hendrickson is live on Independence Mall with an update on the commotion in the city of Philadelphia. Becca, what are you learning about this?
Gray, first of all, the First Lady is due to be here on Independence Mall within the next few hours for a celebration of freedom ceremony. As you said, with her presence comes heightened security. Homeland Security had issued a warning this week about the threat of violent extremists exploiting the return of large gatherings. Now, while they remained nonviolent last night, a group of white supremacists were here in Philadelphia. They marched through the city on the eve of the First Lady's visit. Police say none of the protesters were from Philadelphia. Patriot Front is based in Texas, and they
Well, at least they had a mask on.
You know what they're doing.
Into the city. Action News was the only crew on scene as the group traveled down the Ben Franklin Parkway across Market, Chestnut, and Walnut Streets before marching to Penn's Landing. Hundreds of mass protesters from Patriot Front chanted while carrying American flags and shields. At Penn's Landing, several onlookers began yelling at the protesters and banging on trucks as the group loaded into the vehicles and drove off. Police say some of those angry onlookers actually scared off the white supremacists.
They started engaging with citizens of Philadelphia who were none too happy about some of the things they were saying. Apparently these males felt threatened, and at one point somebody in their crowd threw a type of what we believe is a smoke bomb to cover their retreat, and they literally ran away from the people of Philadelphia.
Police later questioned the entire group of protesters after pulling their trucks over for safety reasons along Delaware Avenue. Now, police say no property was destroyed during this commotion last night. We are hoping to learn more about why these white supremacists were in Philadelphia. But again, this was on the eve of the First Lady's visit to the city. Live on Independence Mall, Becca Hendrickson, Channel 6 Action News. Alicia?
Well, my thing is, they never say the reports I've seen on here. They never mentioned what time was it, because this had to be like late at night.
It was late at night. Yeah, they don't want you to know. And when it happened, they didn't even really want to report it until the story got out. But they was trying to keep it under wraps. So you didn't see the video where they was chasing the guys and the guys was running for their life and then diving in the back of the U-Haul truck?
No.
Oh shit, that was funny. There's a video. There's a
is it on-
video. I don't know because, like I
Okay.
said, they're not really trying to show you anything about this. But when it first happened, it was a video that came out, and you can see the guys haul assing and the crowd of people from Philly chasing them, and those guys diving in the back of a U-Haul truck.
Yeah, because they never mentioned like what time was it, and like you said, I didn't know anything about it until you had said something to me about it.
Right, because they wasn't covering it on anything. They was trying to act like it never happened.
Mm-hmm.
I knew about it. How did I know about it? Well, you know, I'm always watching the news and everything, listening to the news and stuff. So I heard about it, and that's when I told you about it. And I saw the video. I don't know where I saw the video, but it was a video, and they was running and diving in the back of the trucks, and the angry Philadelphians was chasing them. I said, "Oh shit, look at these fucking cowards! They come downtown late at night when ain't nobody around."
Right. That's why I said it must have been like 2-3 o'clock at night, because you would never pull that shit in the evening. I don't know, 7-8 o'clock. You would never pull that shit down there. The damn homeless people would be trying to whoop your ass, much less the people that's walking around.
Even when they showed the little bit of clip in your video, you saw that it was dark outside and you didn't see nobody out. So that's how you know that it was late at night.
Right. Well, Philip, we got some controversy on my favorite network, ESPN. I haven't watched ESPN in I don't know how many years.
It's funny because I used to watch it every day getting ready for work, and then I stopped. And like you said, I never watch it now.
Same. I'm the same. I used to do the same thing too. And especially like NFL Sunday, that Sunday countdown. Boy, I used to watch that shit all the time. I just turn when it's 1 o'clock. That's when I turn on and watch the game. Most of the time, I just play video games until 1 o'clock. Well, a storm over ESPN over comments Rachel Nichols made to Maria Taylor. Rachel Nichols, who's white, and Maria Taylor is black. In a comment still ripping through the network, reporter Rachel Nichols, who is white, said Maria Taylor, who was black, earned the job to host 2020 NBA Finals coverage because ESPN was feeling pressure on diversity. The remark, which she made during a phone conversation nearly a year and a half ago, learning that she would not host coverage of the 2020 NBA Finals as she has been expecting. I wish Maria Taylor all the success in the world. She covers football. She covers basketball, Nicholas said in July 2020. If you need to give her any more things to do because you're feeling pressure about your crappy long-time record on diversity, which, by the way, I know personally from the female side of it, like, go for it. Just find it somewhere else. You're not going to find it from me. Taking my thing away. Hey, look. The thing about the Phil and Leroy Judgmental podcast is we may not speak the King's language, but we're very intelligent. And I said it before that no black woman should be involved in any type of feminist march. Let's support a feminist thing and wearing pussy hats and all that type of shit because they're not on your side. Now, let me ask you a question, Philip. Do you think Maria Taylor is going to take any money out of Rachel Nichols' pocket?
No.
Now she should have been like, okay, well that's good. All right, well look, I hosted last year and she gonna host it this year. I'm proud of her. Go for it. Ain't nothing that Maria Taylor gonna take money out of Rachel Nichols' pocket. She be okay regardless if she hosting the NBA Finals this or NBA Finals that. I don't even know who even watched that shit. The only time I see people watching it is in a sports bar.
I don't know. She like you said, she wasn't going to lose money, but the way she said it is almost like she didn't care. You can do whatever you want. Don't mess with my slot. You know what I mean? On that tip.
Exactly. So our black women out there, our black listeners, we black people as a whole got more fish to fry. Do not join no type of feminist march and standing up for women equality and all that stuff. This is a prime example right here is they're not already on your side. They're gonna get what they want and that's it. She should have been like, well, look, I'm proud of her. Young lady. Hey, look, I hosted 1 year. She can host it this year, whatever.
And the thing is, Rachel Nichols, she said it's in her contract to host it. So if it's in your contract to host it, don't say nothing crazy. Just call your lawyer up.
Exactly. Well, we got reports here. I don't know which one is, but I think this is on. Would this be on Skip and Shannon? I'm not really sure.
Did they cover it? I didn't see what
Oh
you're
no,
talking about.
this is. I'm sorry. This is back to our Black News channel with Sharon
You must
Reed.
love this channel, huh?
With Sharon Reed, our old girl Sharon Reed, and Mike Hill. Mike Hill used to be a sports guy. Now he's on damn Real Housewives Atlanta. So here we go.
Won game one, says you. I didn't watch. Wasn't exactly a blowout, but you said it was a good game. Who wasn't on the sidelines? That would be Rachel Nichols. She was not on the sidelines. ESPN pulled her from the NBA coverage. That happened yesterday. They said they're still committed to her on The Jump, her show, her NBA show, but suddenly that was pulled from the lineup yesterday. I think I read where it'll be back today. But when it comes to ESPN, I just don't know, because it seems to be like, are they leading? No. It seems that they are just kind of on their heels constantly. I mean, this recording, this secret recording, where she was recorded in her hotel room making these inflammatory comments. They had it for a year.
It wasn't a secret recording. It was a conference call. She said it, right?
No, what happened was some kind of way her phone recorded it. I think they said by accident. Her phone recorded it, and then I guess somebody got hold of it and it got leaked out.
Okay.
And you didn't have any better plan than this. That needs to be pulled. Okay, I'm on board. Whatever. It's become too much. This whole thing, and so people want to enjoy the game. Honestly, maybe she's. Well, I don't want to say that, but well, here I go. I'm going to say it. Honestly, you got these small market teams, Milwaukee. Maybe she's. This brings excitement and controversy, ugly as it is. But she's no longer.
No, I'm sorry, ma'am. No one cares. No basketball fan cares about what Rachel Nicholson and El Maria Taylor, who's hosting this shit, because I don't know anybody who looks at that shit. The only person that's cool on there is Jalen Rose, because he's good talking about basketball. That's the only one I would listen to.
But now they said Rachel Nichols wasn't there for game one or game two, but they also said Maria Taylor wasn't there either.
Part of the NBA coverage. We'll see if The Jump will be back today. I don't even watch the show, but whatever. And
actually a good show.
Your reaction to that? Okay, your reaction.
No, I mean, look, it's first of all, you're absolutely right. They've had this and they've known about this for a year and done nothing, but we've seen that, and I just talked about that with the Gray site. A lot of times when you put pressure and you got this public outcry, then all of a sudden companies react, and ESPN reacted to the Rachel Nichols situation. They should have done the right thing a long time ago. They should have tried to, nip this in the bud, apologize to Maria, probably try to kumbaya, make them make up, do anything they could to bring them closer together. They did not do that. The New York Times article is what made it all come out after it was reported in Deadspin, even though Deadspin didn't have all 20 minutes of the video. So yeah, you're right. They reacted to this whole situation. But as far as the decision is concerned, Sharon, this is something ESPN had to do. Rachel Nichols herself, what did she say at the beginning of her apology yesterday? She didn't want to be the story, right? She didn't want to be the distraction.
Wait for that.
When it comes to this, if she showed up, anytime she showed up to do a sideline hit, pregame show, what have you, guess what people were going to start talking about? Guess what was going to trend on Twitter last night? It wasn't going to be about Chris Paul, wasn't going to be about Devin Booker, wasn't going to be about Giannis. It was going to be about Rachel Nichols. And ESPN, obviously, they didn't want that, even though people would have tuned in to be curious. But guess who else probably did not want that, Sharon? So we're not going to give ESPN all the credit, because guess what? Even though ESPN has the rights to these games, guess who also has a right to say who they want on the telecast? The league, the NBA.
All right, we can stop there. The next clip is Rachel Nicholson apologizing. This is on the Jump show. I don't know. Does this come on daily or something?
I don't watch it, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't watch it either. So here she go on the Jump.
So the first thing they teach you in journalism school is don't be the story. And I don't plan to break that rule today or distract from a fantastic finals. But I also don't want to let this moment pass without saying how much I respect, how much I value our colleagues here at ESPN, how deeply, deeply sorry I am for disappointing those I hurt, particularly Maria Taylor, and how grateful I am to be part of this outstanding team.
Well, Rachel, I want to say thank you. Thank you for accepting responsibility for your actions. You know, as someone that has known you for a long time, you know, being around you, you have treated me with the utmost respect, and you always made me feel comfortable in your presence. And I know your heart. You know, great person, great individual. I also know Maria Taylor, great person as well, very, very talented, hardworking, and I feel like she also deserves every opportunity that is presented her way. My only hope is that we have a commitment overall to support each other through this process and continue to support each other through our journey.
No, I agree with Perk. Let me first say this. I fully support Maria Taylor. I've worked with her since I joined ESPN at Get Up and Countdown, and I've known Rachel for 20 years. Rachel and our entire group here have had some very difficult conversations over this time period, and those conversations don't end here. We will continue to have uncomfortable conversations. No one is excused. She is not excused. I am not excused. Perk. This doesn't just go away, but we have to learn and understand it and become better for each other, and really through our actions more than anything, and that is our responsibility, and we all have a role in that, and that's something that I take pride in, and I hold to myself and everyone to a very high standard.
Well, thank you guys both for being with me here today. Thank you, everyone out there, for...
You think they had a choice? Well, they ain't had no damn choice.
being with us here today. Just below us is Media Day here at the NBA.
All right, we can stop there. All right, and last but certainly not least on this subject, Phil, your boy, new Black Lives Matter advocate, new woke guy, who Kwame Brown always giving shit. What does he call him? He gives him a name, but let's Stephen Jackson talking about this subject. I can't remember what Kwame Brown calls him. He calls him something. The new woke king. Black Lives Matter advocate. Here he goes on the subject.
Simple. I talked to Rachel, and I know a lot of things she was saying out of frustration because ESPN put her in a bad position, and they even put Maria in a position of trying to give Maria a sympathy job. They was trying to make themselves look good because all the Black Lives Matter and the George Floyd stuff was going on. So ESPN tried to make themselves look good by taking the job from Rachel that she had already had, that they'd already told her she had, that she deserved, and give it to Maria just to make themselves look good. It wasn't a genuine job they wanted to give Maria. It's ESPN is behind all this, bro. It's all their fault. You know what I'm saying? I can't blame Rachel. I love Rachel, and I'm going to stand behind her. I spoke to her, and I'm going to stand behind Maria, too. But ESPN, y'all some suckers. Y'all some suckers because y'all did this. Y'all tried to give Maria a job, and it wasn't genuine. And look what happened. Come on, man. It's all ESPN fault. We love both of them.
Think about this, though, bro. How many times we as black people have said that we was qualified? We know we qualified. We know we qualified for the job. But we didn't get it because they gave it to the white person just because he was white. How mad were we? Because they looking out for their own. How mad were we? When you know you deserve the job and they give it to a white person just because he white. We've been dealing with that our whole life. And that pisses us off. We ain't getting recorded, but we say shit too behind closed doors. So I get it. I get it why Rachel mad. Rachel ain't never showed me no signs of being racist. But I would be mad too if I worked my whole life for a job and they gonna give it to a white dude just because Donald Trump in office. Or just because a white kid got killed and at the time it'll look better.
No, you idiot. The thing is, okay, I understand the point he trying to was make, but the thing is, Maria Taylor hosting the NBA Finals is not going to take any money out of Rachel Nichols' pocket. She's still going to get paid regardless. That's why I said she should have been like, yeah, I'm good. Another woman could step in and, blankety blanket, whatever. No, she's not taking no money or no food off of Rachel Nichols' table. She'll be all right regardless. Even if ESPN fires, she can get a job in Fox. So
it should be good. She didn't have to hate on that girl like that.
Exactly. Well, here go our woke king again.
For a white person to have a job, I would be mad too. It's just the facts. I ain't trying to be like, I'm speaking the truth.
No, you're not.
We rocking with both of them, Maria and Rach, but it's the truth.
I can give a shit about either one of them.
Captain Jack.
Yeah, that's what he call him.
And back one more thing for y'all, IG world. Y'all got to be real with yourselves. A lot of y'all can't be real with yourselves, and a lot of y'all looking for handouts. A lot of y'all don't deserve nothing because you've been sitting at home not putting in the work and complaining about other people. Why they doing this or why them and not me? But when you deserve something, when you put in the work for it, you should be mad when you don't get it. A lot of y'all won't understand that because y'all home still living off your mama. Still living in your mama house.
So damn
and wondering why you ain't winning or ain't got nothing going on. I'm gonna hit y'all with harsh truth. I am the face for equality, but I also am the face of being black and proud and being strong and going to get what's mine. Not asking no white person or nobody to give me nothing. I'm going to take what's mine, like I've been doing.
What does that have to do with ESPN giving Maria Taylor the job? She didn't ask for it; they gave it to her. So what is he talking about?
I don't know. He going off the rail.
But y'all,
please not go off the rail, man, and stick to basketball because the shit you talking don't make any damn sense.
Y'all quick to forget when the jump first started. Rachel hired all black people.
Oh, great!
Remember that?
Thanks.
I told y'all I'm gonna make.
She hired them, or ESPN hired them?
Exactly. So
especially the people that don't like.
So she got power to be hiring people.
Get the hell out of here.
If that's the case, why is she on camera? She should be in the back on the corporate job.
Mm-hmm.
The truth. Half y'all hanging around niggas, hoping that they make y'all dream come true, and hanging around them. And as soon as they tell y'all no, they a fuck nigga, or they ain't real because they told you no because they tired of you benefiting off their blessing. You been around them all this time, been around all the people they been around, had the same connections, met the same people he met, but you still sitting around waiting for somebody to hand you something instead of you getting on your ass, doing something with the connections and making something work for yourself. A lot of y'all in this mind frame, and a lot of y'all stuck in this attitude of blaming white people for why you ain't made it. Yeah, we know we started off behind. They put us in a bad position from the jump. They got ahead, but it's time for you to learn for yourself. We got more black millionaires than any time. Half these rappers didn't graduate high school, but they millionaires because they shot. They got off their ass and tried. But a lot of y'all looking for an excuse for why you ain't made it. Don't blame nobody. Blame yourself. Get up off your ass and put in the work. Ain't nobody holding you back. That's you.
Well, I don't know what the fuck he was talking about in that last part, but
I told you got off topic.
The guy's a fucking idiot, and there's nothing Maria Taylor can do to take money out of Rachel Nicholson's pocket. So I didn't understand why would she just hate on her like that. She should have been proud. Like, yeah, let another woman step in and step in. Maybe Maria Taylor doing the NBA Finals can be on her level. In terms of, money, getting paid her salary or whatever. That's not going to hurt. She's not going to hurt Rachel Nicholson's pocket. She was just a hater. And like I said before, black women do never get any type of feminist march or protest for feminism because these people, those other feminists don't support you. This is proof positive right here, what I said. Like I said, the Phil and Leroy Judgmental podcast, we don't speak the King English fully, but we are very intelligent. Now let's continue on with the racism. Now let's go on our neighbor in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. Edward Matthews, a Mount Laurel, New Jersey man with a viral racist rant leads to a call for a federal hate crime investigation. Now the first report I'm gonna play the uncensored version of where he was arguing with the guy on the steps. I'm gonna play that one. This is about 4 minutes long. So the situation is, it seems like he was harassing someone that lives at that house. I can't tell what their background was.
Why is he on a dude property talking shit?
Well, it wasn't the guy he was howling at. It wasn't his house. It was somebody he was arguing with that lives there, and the brother there was trying to protect the people that was there, because you see in the beginning he was like, go in the house, like trying to get them to go in the house when he was standing outside when he walked up. All right, here we go.
Come harass all people.
You want to know why I'm going after him?
I don't care. I don't give a shit.
So why are you here?
I don't give a shit.
So why are you here?
I don't give a shit.
Then get the fuck out of here then.
I don't give a shit.
Put your hands on me one more time.
Oh, you put your hands on me. Come close. Come close.
Right there.
I know, right there. Come
That's right there.
Come
the rolling jerseys, back up.
Come close.
Back up. Keep backing up. Back up.
Don't touch me.
Keep backing up.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Vito, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Fucking nigger.
Fucking bastard.
That's right.
Yeah.
My parents are both dead.
Yeah,
right?
what the fuck? My parents are both dead too.
And what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
Nothing.
What you gonna do?
Nothing.
All what you do is harass all people. That's all you know how to do.
These motherfuckers are taking
I don't give
money.
a shit.
Well then shut the fuck up.
You shut the fuck up, monkey. White monkey. Motherfucker.
You're right.
Get the fuck out of here. You can't do shit. Touch him. Touch him. That's all I want you to do. Touch him.
Suit up for you.
Touch him. That's all I want you to do. Touch him.
I know better.
Oh, don't you know better? Get the fuck out of here.
I got you 3 times. Touch
I don't give a shit.
Don't worry.
I don't give a shit about you.
That's
Get
called
the fuck
assault.
out of here.
I'm gonna wait for the cops to show up and that's called assault.
Yes, wait for them to come here. Wait for them.
We will.
Yes, keep waiting.
I am.
You walk on someone's responsibility.
This isn't their property, you dumb fuck.
You dumb fuck. This is
They
their
don't know this is common ground, you dumb, ignorant
They
nigger.
have rights over
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
They don't have any right.
Get the fuck out of here.
No right. This is called common ground.
Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here.
This is called common property.
I don't care.
Okay, well if you don't care,
Walk away.
learn your law.
Common property.
Not Africa.
Oh, this is Africa.
It's not Solomon or wherever the fuck you were.
I was born in America.
Well,
sir.
if you know
I was
common
born in
ground,
America.
what's common ground?
And I don't give a shit
Common
about you.
ground. If
You
you
can't
don't
be
give a
saying that was shit. Go out, go back to your house, go
right
walk
here.
your dog, go do your shit.
I'm right here.
Okay, stay there right there. Do not talk to him. Do not harass him. I'm going to stay
This
right
monkey
there.
over here, this monkey over here, both have videotape of you putting your hands on me twice.
Oh, yeah, exactly. So what the fuck are you going to do about it?
I'm going to press charges.
Go on there.
We will.
Go on
You
there.
know what the police can do?
What will the police do?
Nothing.
Exactly.
They have no jurisdiction here.
Okay, they don't. Okay, that's fine.
So when they get here, I'm going to walk them the fuck off like I just did in front of Berlin's house.
Okay.
Who's Berlin?
Okay, I don't give a shit. I don't care.
The secretary of the board. Her and her daughter are the fuck out of here.
I do not care. I do not care.
See, that right there is what me and Coop was kind of talking about on the Talking Sports with Coop episode.
Mm-hmm.
No one's that tough. I've never seen anyone that's tough that's going to just walk up and talking shit with somebody that doesn't have anyone to back them. This guy, he has the police or someone in that county in the higher ed. He said he knew something about the county official that can get him out the place. That's why he's talking shit like he was doing. And he was using him the N-word and jumping in his face because he wanted the guy to hit him.
He did, but why is he down there? He don't live there, so why is he even down there? He should be at his crib.
I guess he was fucking with the people that lived there, and the guy was like trying to protect him. I guess he saw what was going on and was trying to protect him. So, like we said before, this guy, when I see somebody acting like that, I already know he either got the police or the mayor. It's somebody in his back pocket. Because he was just begging the guy to hit him. That's why he was using the N-word and calling him monkey and all that stuff. Because he wanted the guy to take his hand and slap the mess out of him. Now, if the brother would have did that, he'd have been in the wrong. And he'd have got the police and the city council and all that type of stuff, just like he said. Because look at him. He don't scream tough to me with that big-ass stomach.
Right. My whole thing is, you don't have no business being on that property. Why are you down there? Go home.
Right. Well, here's the rest.
You will not going to harass
the cops didn't come yet.
him. You will not going to talk to him. Keep laughing.
I am.
Yo, good.
I will.
Oh, good. Keep laughing. That's all you know how to do. That's all you know how to do.
That's it.
That's it. That's all you know how to do.
I didn't touch you. You touched me.
I don't give a shit.
That's good.
I
As
don't
long
give a
as you
shit.
know that.
Yes.
Just like I told the Mount Laurel police, get these fucking monkey niggers out of here and you can't do shit. That's me talking shit. 3602 Gramercy Way, that's where I live. Come fucking see me.
And he just made a big mistake there, and we'll see that later.
So you were real comfortable. So get me on video so you know who you see. Bring whoever.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Hey White, why are you back over here?
Oh, somebody called me.
Someone called you. It's private property. You have no jurisdiction here whatsoever.
I do.
None.
Somebody calls me.
Hold on.
I need back up.
You know what? Hold on.
See, now he's talking shit to the cop, making it seem like the cop ain't allowed to come over there. See, that goes to show you right there. He's cool with somebody, the mayor or one of them, and city council. He's cool with somebody there. But what was you about to say?
He burned that bridge.
Here we go.
No. I'm gonna let you do your thing. Go talk to these fucking niggers. Go ahead. Fuck you. Go talk to the niggers. Let them know what I'm all about and what their fucking rights they have.
All right. You want to go back to your house? I'll come back to you.
No, I'll stand right here. It's common property.
Okay.
Have a nice night.
You guys from 1101?
Oh yeah.
How's it going?
I'm gonna let you guys get an education right now.
All right. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I'll do my job. All right?
No problem.
Who lives at 1101? You guys want to step in and talk, or? Okay.
I want him to go away. I don't know him. I want him to leave me alone.
Denise, I'm not going away until your husband stops fucking finding me and threatening me while I'm at fucking work.
Cagney, cut it out, man.
Oh, wait.
Talk to them.
Arrest me.
See, the cop know him on first name basis, and the guy know the cop, and like I said, the guy, like you said, the guy was connected, and he was just begging that guy to hit him, and then the black guy would have been all fucked up.
Are you kidding?
Now, relax.
You fucking niggers.
Just cut it out, dude.
Oh my God, cut it out.
See you, Brandon. 3602 Gramercy Way. Come see me, you.
Nobody's coming to see you, Cagney. Go home. I'll talk to you in a minute.
That should not be allowed to go on.
I agree.
That should not supposed to be allowed to go on.
I agree with you. You guys all live at 1101, or?
Yeah. No, just me.
Okay.
So.
Don't want to litter on our property.
I appreciate that. Thank you. You want to get on the talk real quick? Let's see what's going on here.
Circus? Did you know there were monkeys outside?
Cagney, cut it out, man. Go home.
Stop it, Cagney. Now here's the report of Channel 6.
We turn our attention now to a disgusting display that led to charges being filed against one South Jersey man and brought a community together in protest.
A large one, in fact. It all started with the video showing the 45-year-old Mount Laurel resident screaming racist slurs and threatening his neighbors on Friday. And the now viral clip, he called for people to show up at his home, and that is exactly what has happened.
Action News reporter George Solis live in that neighborhood with this developing story. George, let us know what you're learning about this.
Yeah, Gray and Sarah, this has been a very active scene here all morning and afternoon. Protesters have been growing by the hour. Many of them prepared to stay for the long haul. Many of them compared with signs, many of them with chairs. Take a look behind me. You can see some of the activity here as they have staged outside of this man's home. This crowd has grown exponentially, especially as more people have watched this already viral video. Now, things have been peaceful, but there have been a few tense moments. Tensions and tempers flared Monday on Gramercy Way in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. The anger and outrage centered on this.
Go up close. Back up. Keep backing up. Back up. Keep backing up. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
An explosive interaction between neighbors caught on video back on July 2nd and is now part of a police investigation.
Walk away. It's not Africa.
Oh, this is Africa.
It's not Solomon or wherever you were.
I was born in America.
So you know what common ground. What's common ground?
I don't give a shit about you.
According to police, the man in the video in the green shirt is 45-year-old Edward Cagney Matthews.
This over here, this over here, both have videotape of you putting your hands on me.
Matthews now faces harassment and bias intimidation charges connected to the dispute that, according to neighbors, stem from months of issues with the development's HOA board, including this racial slur written on a board member's fence and years of allegations of harassment of others. Allegations Matthew appeared to address in the video as he uses slur after racial slur.
And you want to know where I was when all this happened?
I don't care.
At work, monkey.
I don't care where you were.
At morgue. Just like I told the Mount Laurel police.
The tirade continued even as an officer showed up.
You know what? Hold on. No. I'm going to let you do your thing. Go talk to these.
Before the video ends, Matthew gave out his home address, seemingly encouraging protesters who arrived on cue. Matthews later came out to address the crowd, only to be ushered back inside his home.
We're not just going to let him harass people, especially black people, within this community or any community.
Jasmine Szynski and her mother, Aaliyah Robinson, showed up to protest and claimed they too were victimized by Matthews in years past.
We have tried to get justice, and if we got justice, this wouldn't be happening now.
And again, a live look at the scene here in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. Again, protesters coming in and out. This crowd only growing larger by the moment, it seems. Mount Laurel police said Matthews faces harassment and biased intimidation charges. It's unknown at this point if he's under investigation for any prior allegation. Now, the agency did put out a statement along with the information this afternoon saying they do not condone any of the behavior seen in that video. We are live in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. George Solis, Channel 6, Action News. Back to you.
All right, George.
Well, he gave out his home address and the people came. Shout out to them. That's just what he get to. Well, he was arrested and they threw bottles and all that stuff at him and threw water and stuff on him.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I saw he put out a statement saying that he apologized. He was drunk or something.
Okay, that's bullshit.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I seen it. But he must was drunk all the time because, like the lady said, that he's been harassing people.
Yeah, he's full of crap.
Yeah, he's people like that you're gonna have to watch out for because he's backed by, like I said, either police or was backed as you said, backed by the police or the council or the mayor or something. He knows somebody. That's the reason why he acted the way he do, and he never got in trouble for it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's just Cagney being Cagney, one of them type of Jones.
Yep. Oh, just ignore him. All you have to do is just ignore him. So let's talk about our California correctional officer, Sweet Tina Gonzalez. She was sentenced for cutting a hole in her pants in her uniform so she can have sex with inmates. Our queen. Here's the report.
Fresno County Assistant Sheriff Steve McComas says he's seen and heard some disgusting things in 26 years at the sheriff's office, but what his former correctional officer Tina Gonzalez did is at the top of the list.
Cutting a hole in your pants to make it easier to have sex with an inmate and having intercourse in full view of 11 other inmates is something only a depraved mind can come up with.
McComas says Gonzalez betrayed her oath even worse when she put her fellow correctional officers at risk. She gave the inmate razor blades, a cell phone, and critical jail intelligence.
And at times communicated sensitive information to the inmate about individuals that were entering the inmate's pod, as well as times and
I know those 11 guys was pissed that this special inmate get to have sex with her.
They wasn't pissed. They was just waiting their turn. What are you talking about?
Oh, but they didn't get their turn though.
You
they
don't
only
know
just
that.
had sex with what they was.
Okay.
And she's not bad looking either.
No, I bet you them correction officer men, they the ones that was trying to holler and they the ones that saw them.
Oh yeah, it's a question I gotta ask you after this report too.
place it, or at times when the pod would be searched.
Gonzalez didn't say anything at her sentencing Tuesday, but her attorney said her marriage was falling apart when she started a relationship with the inmate.
So that's an excuse that her marriage is failing. That's the reason why she can bring prisoners. Well, it's pretty much what Judge Joe Brown was saying. It's like nobody is nobody culpable of anything. It's like you can always make an excuse about something.
Mm-hmm.
It lasted more than a year before investigators caught her, and phone calls after her December 2019 arrest reveal it's continued.
The fact that she continually calls, has sexually explicit conversations with the inmate in question, and even boasts about the crime she carried out shows that she's incapable of owning up to her mistakes and will undoubtedly continue in the future.
Judge Michael Idiart could have sent Gonzalez to jail for up to 16 months, but noted she had no prior criminal history and admitted her crimes early.
I think what you did was terrible, stupid. You ruined your career. You endangered your fellow officer. But I also...
What'd you say?
They saying she got slapped on the wrist because she admitted her crimes, but she didn't admit her crimes. She got caught.
Right.
believe that people can redeem themselves. You got the rest of your life to prove that.
Gonzalez only has to serve 210 days in jail, and with time credits, she could be out by the middle of October. In downtown Fresno.
Well, here's a question I got to ask you. Do you find it odd that a female would want to work in a men's prison?
Not really, because they like attention, and where else they gonna get that type of attention from?
Yeah, but that don't seem kind of odd. Like, you must be really an attention hog if you want to be around prisoners, male prisoners like that.
It's the same with the military. Like, why would you want to be around 90% dudes?
Mm-hmm.
You want the attention.
Well, Phil, let's go to our girl. We on the sports aspect of the show now. Let's go to our girl, our spring queen, Shakari.
You finished with this girl?
Yeah. What, you got something to say?
Nah, it's cool. Go ahead.
Our girl, Shakari Richardson, left off at the Olympics. Our girl, Shakari. Here's the report.
This morning, Team USA's track and field team is set for Tokyo, but one of its biggest stars, Sha'Carri Richardson, is not on the roster. The high-profile sprinter had a chance to be named to a relay team, but American track officials deciding not to include her. Initially, Richardson earned her spot with this decisive first-place finish in the women's 100 meter at the U.S. Olympic trials, going straight from the finish line right into the stands, hugging her family.
My family has kept me grounded. This year has been crazy for me, going from just last week losing my biological mother, and I'm still here.
But following that emotional moment, the stunning headline, Richardson suspended from the team. The 21-year-old tested positive for marijuana, a banned substance.
I know what I did. I know what I'm.
Now she goes on national TV looking like this. with the smoke detector noise in the background.
I'm supposed to do. I'm allowed not to do, and I still made that decision, but not making an excuse.
Richardson telling Savannah in an exclusive interview she used marijuana after learning her biological mother had died.
I would like to say to my fans, and my family, and my sponsorship, the haters too, I apologize.
There was hope she could be selected to run on the women's 4x100 relay team, her 1-month suspension expiring before that event. But on Tuesday, USA Track and Field naming the 6 runners who finished behind Richardson to the team. In a statement, track officials saying while they are sympathetic and applaud Richardson's accountability, our credibility as the national governing body would be lost if rules were only enforced under certain circumstances. But acknowledging the rules surrounding marijuana use should be reevaluated. Overnight, Richardson tweeting she's grateful that fans are paying attention to her sport. The star sprinter is vowing to come back stronger.
Now, just to give you an idea of how big her following actually is, there's an online petition called Let Sha'Carri Run. It has more than 500,000 signatures right now, and it is.
Well, the Olympic Committee said, fuck your petition. She ain't going to be there. And one thing, that Today Show interview, man, there was no type of femininity or compassion in her whatsoever. She goes, well, hey, look, I'm 21. There's other Olympics for me. No, you should have been like.
Well, see, that's what I said. I said this is like a chance of a lifetime, and
right.
She could have been on the relay team, but she didn't care, so the committee didn't care.
Exactly. Well, she's a lesbian, so I was saying before that 4 years from now, well, it'd be 3 years from now. 3 years from now, she can find a man and get married and have a child, and she might not be interested in running track anymore. So you never, or then again, it could be somebody that's what, 15, 16. By the time 3 years from now, they be what, 18, 19, 20, and they could run in a relay and be faster than what she.
Right. So my take on it is, if you was in the Olympics, you would have had the best trainers that the world can provide for you, the United States. When you was at LSU, you had the best trainers. Now for the next 3-4 years, she's on her own. She's not going to have that training. She's going to have her own discipline to try to keep her body up to that speed. You know what I mean? And that's real hard because we see it in the NFL. When these players sit out a year, they're never the same when they come back after that.
Right.
And I thought it was strange that they always, whenever they talk about her mom, they always say biological mom.
Yeah.
So you know she wasn't raised by her mom. She was raised by her grandma. And her mom had like a shaky relationship. So she always say it's confusing and it's a private topic. She just never want to talk about it. So I don't even think like she was close to her mom at all. And it just, her grandmom's the one that raised her. And that's why they always just say biological mom. Because anybody else, they will always just say her mom passed away.
Right. So, yeah, she got it. I don't feel bad for her, but I kind of do. I kind of feel bad for her because she doesn't have really good people on her corner. Because they would have told her, if they'd have said, if she'd have went to somebody that really cares about her, yeah, I'm going to be on the Today Show tomorrow. I'd have been like, don't put them eyelashes in you. Don't put the eyelashes on. And I'd have said, get a fucking battery for that smoke detector.
I see. I don't feel bad. I look at it like, hey, it is what it is. You knew the rules. You did what you did. I mean, you had a valid reason, if that's your reason, but it doesn't change the fact that the rules is the rules.
Okay. Well, Philip, your Philadelphia 76ers. Are the Sixers in disarray? Yes or no?
Yes and no.
Okay. I really don't think they're in disarray. I think the team is fine the way it is. It's just that Ben Simmons need to be more aggressive. Now, you showed me that video of him shooting jump shots. He's an NBA player. He knows how to shoot, but he just doesn't do it in games.
Right. He got like a mental block. He might need to see somebody, a doctor or something, a
Yes.
psychiatrist or something.
Yes, that's what it is. And
But we still was the best team in the East, and all our players are young. Nobody's hurt. So why can't we turn it around and do the same thing again and just be even better?
Right. So here's Marcellus Wiley, and speak for yourself. It's a 10 minutes long, but I'm not going to play all 10 minutes. They blame Doc Rivers, and I blame Doc Rivers too.
On potentially trading a three-time All-Star, according to a report. This comes on the heels of Simmons struggling on offense and at the free throw line during Philly's playoff loss to the Hawks. Well, Scottie Pippen put the blame on Doc Rivers, saying in GQ magazine, quote, "This kid's been this way the whole time, and Doc brought him in and set him up for failure. He's been like this, and you guys know he's been like this. And Doc kept putting him in the game, kept letting that team do fouls on him." I love it, Scotty. Take him out of the game. The Lakers did it with Shaq, and he's bigger and more dominant and probably more fearless than Ben Simmons. Doc made him be a failure. Got to bring in Fox NBA analyst Chris Broussard, but Acho, you blame Doc Rivers for Ben Simmons' struggles?
Unfortunately, I do blame Doc Rivers for a large portion of Ben Simmons' struggles. I'll start like this.
I just say the Sixers as a whole, not just Ben Simmons.
Well, I broke it down to you before how I felt about it, and it's the same thing as the Sixers as a team because everybody had their faults.
Right.
Everybody is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it too will live its whole life believing it's an idiot. What? Albert Einstein. Laugh at me if you will, but it was one of the. Laugh at me if you will.
You have to ignore him because he has conversations with a black man.
All right, now make that fit into this show.
How am I going to make that fit into this? Again, let me say it because we've been derailed. Everybody's a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it too will live its whole life believing it's stupid. Ben Simmons is an all-star. Ben Simmons is a three-time.
We already talked about that. Don't mean shit.
NBA All-Star.
It means a lot.
No, it don't. No, it don't. Yao Ming played 5 games his last year, and he was nominated to the All-Star game. When you have fans voting, expect some mass fuckery going on. When you have people voting, period. I take the fans thing out. When you have people voting, expect mass fuckery. And Yao Ming, if you look at his stats, Yao Ming played 5 games his last season, and he was nominated to the All-Star game. Why? Because they voted him. They voted for him. So anybody that's popular can be voted in. So it don't matter if he was All-Star or not. The guy can't shoot, and he shows up. And he never shows up in big games. Never shows up in big games.
Offensively, you mean?
Offensively, yes.
So say what you mean. Yeah,
offensively, I'm sorry. And like I was saying on the internet, people talk about trading him and all this stuff. If I can get Alonzo Ball, I'd get rid of Ben Simmons. That's the only person I would replace him with because you're not losing anything defensively.
I think you're getting the same person, though.
No, but he can shoot, though.
He'll give you a little bit more scoring, but his rebounds and assists is probably going to be lower.
And he can shoot.
He can't shoot.
He can shoot. He went up this year.
Oh, it went up this year, but that don't mean he's the shooter.
He's not a shooter. But
he'll shoot the ball, but he's not a shooter. Don't start that.
Okay, can he shoot better than Ben?
Yes, but
that's my point.
They ain't saying much.
Oh, okay. So now you're trying to seem like he's like the second to last.
No, but what I'm saying is their games is almost similar. They're both real good defenders. Ben is a little bit better. They both as for guard, rebound, and get assists. Ben does both of those a little bit better.
But
when it comes to shooting, Ball shoots more and he does it a little bit better.
He's 5th in the NBA in triple-doubles since he started playing in the NBA, behind Nikola Jokic, NBA MVP, behind Russell Westbrook, NBA MVP, behind LeBron James, NBA MVP.
So he's close to being an MVP, huh?
Behind Luka Doncic, superstar and the best player.
Like I said, this dude have conversations with a black man, so I don't know if you can't take his words.
25. Everybody is a genius. Ben Simmons has proven himself to be a basketball genius, if you will. Again, Ben Simmons, he's 3-time All-Star in 4 seasons. Now, if I, Marcellus, to use my example, were to take a fish out of water and place it at the base of a tree, and individuals were to walk by and look at that tree and look at that fish and be like, ha, look at that sorry animal trying to climb up that tree. It has no talent at all. Well, surely you could be mad at the fish. And you could be mad at the fish, in theory, for not being an animal that both has the ability to swim and climb. However, you should probably be mad at the individual for taking the fish out of water and planting it at the...
He's like, why am I here? And what the fuck is he talking about?
the base of the tree. Doc Rivers.
Well, he don't cuss, but, you know.
The individual that's taking Ben Simmons, who you know has
we have other situations in Philly that done the same type of thing.
To shoot, who you know has an inability to be clutch in crunch time, who you know has several inabilities and inefficiencies, and you're putting him in a position for those inabilities and inefficiencies to be exposed. Ben Simmons is an all-star. Ben Simmons is on a list with players that have won.
Take that all-star shit out, but other than that, I agree with him.
Won MVPs, and Luka Doncic, a superstar and a future MVP winner. He too has basketball genius in him. We are just judging him by his inabilities and thus looking at him foolishly. But who is the person that is maximally exposing his inabilities? The head coach, Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers does have to take a large portion of blame.
Acho, I hate to say this, bruh. You sound like Doc Rivers. You sound like Doc Rivers back in December when he said, I couldn't care less what Ben doesn't do. I'm going to focus on what he can do and let the media talk about what he can't do. You sound like Doc Rivers in the first round against Washington when he chastised the media and said, shame on you if you can't see how fantastic Ben Simmons is at the other parts of the game. That's a little paraphrase, but that's what he said. And then he shamed the media in the Eastern Conference semifinals when they dared to say, why don't you take him out of the game? And Doc went off on the media again, but then by the end of the series, he was singing a different tune. No, I don't blame Doc Rivers for Ben Simmons' struggles. It's not his fault. Ben Simmons went from shooting 61, near respectable 61% at the foul line to 34% in the playoffs. Here's what I blame Doc Rivers for. What was he doing during the regular season? Doc Rivers was brought in to be the superstar whisperer. Okay? He had coached the Big Three in Boston to a championship. He had worked with Chris Paul and Blake Griffin, and that is Doc's reputation. I can get any assistant or scout to give me some X's and O's. Doc Rivers was brought in to have a relationship with these stars and get them to maximize their...
That's the problem right there. They always say that Doc Rivers is like one of them cool coaches that you can sit around and talk shit and drink beer with. These young men don't need that. These young men on the Sixers don't need that. They don't need no cool coach. That's the problem. They need somebody to get up. Well, I don't think you can chastise an NBA player, but I don't know. You got to tell them what they need to do. That's the problem right there.
Game. And he didn't do it. And you hope that he was just publicly supporting Ben and privately being like, Ben, you got to work on your jump shot. But it looks like he wasn't. So Doc Rivers during the regular season, that was the time he should have been hounding Ben Simmons to work on his J. And here's when he should have benched him during the regular season. Ben, every time I see you turn down an open jump shot, I'm benching you. We get into the playoffs. I don't care about the seeding. I got to get you ready for the playoffs. That's when the time was to bench him. It was too late in the Eastern Conference semifinals. He had to ride with what he had. But he should have taught Ben that lesson. Because look, Brett Brown couldn't do it. But Doc has the clout to bench Ben Simmons during the regular season so he learns the lesson. So I blame him for that. I don't blame him for what happened in the Eastern Conference semifinals as far as Ben.
Man, should have benched him in the regular season. That would have been gangster. I mean, look, we know that Doc has the equity, the clout to do that. And they say you can't spell bench without spelling Ben. Let me not go there.
Who says that?
And I don't mean not play him, Marcellus.
Can't spell bench without Ben.
I don't mean, bench him for a long time, but I mean pull him out of the game.
Hey, look.
And make him think about it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, it could be 1 second. You ever been in the game, active Acho, and then coach said, come here. Ooh, that come here take forever. So it could have been 1 second. You get the message. I'm not blaming Doc Rivers for this situation. I'm not blaming him for his struggles. Look, we live in a world right now where it's so PC. You got to play the game within the game before you even really get to the core of any matter, that we can't just call things like they are.
Call this.
And boy, you know me. I'm going to call it like it is. What's wrong with us just saying, damn, Ben Simmons, you underperformed. Damn, Ben Simmons, you're inadequate. Just like that's it. Because when it comes to the dynamic of player and coach, it's interdependent, but it falls on the player ultimately, not the coach. Before Doc Rivers was in Philly, Ben Simmons.
No, it's a team game, so you do have
a lot
to blame
falls
the
on the coach.
Exactly. You do have to blame the coach.
Because Kobe and Shaq was playing together and winning chips until they got Phil Jackson.
Right. You do have to blame the coach. I don't know. What are you talking about here? This is not tennis or anything like that, or boxing.
Simmons was declining in field goal attempts per game every.
If a boxer lose, you don't say, well, it's the trainer's fault. It's the trainer's fault. I didn't do this and that. But yeah, as a coach, he puts the players out there. And like we said before, I think they should have beat the Hawks. They should at least beat them by 5 games. And 5 games.
Like we were saying before, when you have a 26-point lead, you don't put your force bench warmers in with Tobias Harris that's been struggling, but he got a free pass. They make it $30 million. Nobody talk about him. So his lineup kept being 4 subs and Tobias Harris, and we would lose the lead and then try to catch back up with our starters every time. So we had an 18-point lead. He did it in a 26-point lead. He did it in, and then 11-point lead. He did it in. Obviously, when you tried that the first time it didn't work, that lineup should have never came back out. But he kept going with it like that was his way of resting everybody. You don't do that.
Well, we're going to skip that one, and we're going to go to your old boy, Hugh Douglas. He's on the internet or have a show or something, and he said that there's laziness within the Sixers.
But on our end of things here in Philadelphia, we're all eyeing up Ben Simmons. When you watch Ben Simmons in 7 games against the Hawks, and when you've watched him throughout his career, whether or not be consistently or inconsistently, whatever, what do you take away from Ben Simmons? Athlete to athlete, if you're evaluating Ben Simmons, what do you see?
You know what? And to be honest, I got a chance. Like, I watched more Ben Simmons in this series than I've seen of Ben Simmons all season, all for his whole career that he's been a Sixer.
Oh, shit.
But I will say this, and I told you this, Mark. It felt like something was bothering Ben outside of basketball.
Right.
Went from being an aggressor, talking about, oh, yeah, I'll guard Trey. I'll be the guy, to wilting away at the worst times that you could actually wilt away as a professional athlete. You wilted away in the playoffs. And it was something where, you could clearly see that something was amiss. So that's what, like, when I think of Ben Simmons, that's what I think of. I'm like, first of all, I'm concerned about his well-being, because that's something that is odd.
Mm-hmm. I mean, no, it certainly is. It certainly is. So aside from that, and I'm not asking you to name names.
Now, do you agree with that assumption?
No, he got like a model girlfriend and just bought a new house in LA. He's chilling.
Here, if you'd like to, go right ahead. But have you ever been around an athlete that was super talented, obviously, but there was something holding them back? And then there was an embarrassing moment, like Ben Simmons obviously not dunking in Game 7 with 2:30 to go, whatever it was. And then he says, you know what, I'm going to go into this offseason, I'm going to work really hard, and I'm going to come back better than ever. Have those people really ever gone over the top at so many years into their career already and said, all right, I'm going to do it, and then they actually do it in the offseason? Or is it just, pouring honey potion in our ear?
It's lip service. I haven't been around anybody who's done that. I haven't, luckily for me, I've always been around a bunch of stellar quality athletes who believed in working hard. I mean, I guess that's you could attribute that to Big Red, and the guys that he amassed. I don't know what it is, man. And just looking at some of the stuff coming out of Philadelphia, how the Sixers are kind of non-committal. By the way, shout out to Howard Eskin for being Howard Eskin and asking the questions that only Howard Eskin can ask them. Point blank, matter of fact, uncomfortable, make you want to punch Howard in the face kind of question. I that for being the dude that he is. But yeah, they're real non-committal. It's hard, man, because the thing of it is this: you're not going to talk about what's bothering Ben Simmons in public because you don't want to. He might not want to share all that, so you're going to keep it to basketball. But to me, it feels like it's something more. It feels like it's deeper than basketball to me. It just does.
Okay. All right. But bottom line is, when it comes to the act of improving.
So do you agree with Hughes? What you see is what you get?
No, because they don't take into consideration that he's still young. He's only 24. At 24, he's got 4 years in the league now. Well, most players at 24 would be like in their second year in the NBA. You know what I mean? Third year. So he's still got time to change his game. And like I was telling, I don't know if it was you or I was telling somebody else. There's other players that came in the league and it took them years to learn how to shoot. They couldn't shoot, like Jason Kidd. He's a Hall of Famer. He couldn't shoot nothing when he came in the league. You remember that?
Magic Johnson.
Well, that was before our time. Like, we were young boys when Magic was balling. But I mean, like, today's players, we've seen players develop their game. You know what I mean? So he still can develop his game. And it's not even about developing the game. It's just about taking a shot. He can make the shot if he take it, but he don't even take it.
Mm-hmm. Well, pretty much we just mentioned Lonzo Ball. He was shooting with the sidearm, and now he's shooting straight now, and his percentage went up.
Yep. And then
his free throw was like 40%. Now he's like at 70%.
Our boy Markelle Fultz, he couldn't hit nothing when he was here. Now he balling for Orlando. I mean, he got hurt again, but he was balling before he got hurt.
Right. So, no, I don't agree with that. What you see is what you get. You just got to work hard and have people around you.
Yeah.
Now, the question with you is, can the Sixers hire some type of trainer or something to be like to hang around Ben and train him and all that stuff?
They should hire Reggie Miller or somebody, Ray Allen or somebody that's just a bona fide free throw shooter and help him work on his, you know what I mean? Because I think they said his brother or his cousin is a shooting coach. No, fuck all that. Your brother ain't in the league, huh?
No, I'm gonna say, no.
That's who it is right now.
No, I'm not saying you're lying. I'm just saying I don't agree with having the brother.
Right. So what that is an easy paycheck. You know what I mean?
Right.
But no, you can get that man a check on and just be a roadie or something. You need to get you a professional shooting coach or somebody that's been in the league, been in those situations that know how to shoot. And that's why I say like Ray Allen and Reggie Miller, because they like two of the best. And they'll probably, how some old timers, they'll be happy to, give you some pointers in the off season and stuff.
Right. So no, I don't agree with that.
The bottom line is they're using Ben Simmons as a scapegoat. Everybody pointing a finger at him. Even Embiid talking about that's when the series changed when we got an easy basket and we only get one free throw. How about you stop turning the ball over? You had 16 turnovers in the last 2 games and 36 turnovers in the series. Like you play aggressive the first half, you disappear in the second half. Tobias aggressive, he's shooting, but he ain't making nothing the whole series. He's struggling. But he's shooting 20 times a night. So, no, it's not all on Ben. A whole bunch of people fell apart in that series. But they pointing at Ben to get the heat off of them.
Right. So you don't agree with the Sixers trading Ben Simmons, correct?
I mean, if you can trade him for a superstar point guard, yeah. But I don't see that happening. So I wouldn't trade him for no mid-tier level dude. Just stick with him.
Right. His stock is down. So it's funny how you look on the internet and you see these trades and all that stuff like Dame Lillard. Trade
him for Dame Lillard. Really? Right. So Portland gonna say, give me Ben Simmons, y'all can have Dame Lillard. One-sided fucking lopsided trade. They're not gonna do nothing like that.
Exactly. Dame Lillard and some draft picks. Hell no. Are you?
And it was draft picks coming to us, not us giving them draft picks. Like, are y'all serious?
Mm-hmm. Right. So
I mean, I was gonna say he got value, but he don't got all-star level superstar value.
Right.
I said you might as well stick with him. The thing is, he does everything great except shoot the ball, and that's the part he's getting knocked on. You know what I mean?
Right. So last night, UFC 264, T-Mobile Arena in Paradise, Nevada. Did you watch it, Phil?
The fight?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, there's a streak. I told you there's a streak going on in the UFC on pay-per-views where somebody breaks something. And this time it was Conor McGregor. Now we're not going to do the whole card like we did last time, but I'll play a little bit of the fight, of the Conor fight. The streak continues. It doesn't have any sound, of course. All right. Now, see, I think he did hurt his foot when
now you saw when Justin pointed at it, like he knew something. Because Conor talking all this shit. No, that's bullshit. He ain't checked nothing. No, he knew something was up. He pointed.
Because he kept switching. He kept switching his foot.
Mm-hmm.
He kept switching stances.
And he stopped kicking the way he was kicking too.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
As soon as he kicked poor Justin pointed right down like, yeah, I heard your shit snap, or I heard you know you hit that wrong. Right. He like pointed to let him know.
I'm seeing the point where he kept switching, where he just switched stances right there too. And he like, oh shit, this foot hurt.
Oh man, I know that thing was killing him.
Personally myself, I think Conor should go back to 145. I think 155 is too big of a weight. So what you think he should do, like celebrity boxing?
Nothing. Maybe help train fighters if that's what you want to do, but I don't think he should get back in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, he made so much money these last couple of years that he don't really. And I was telling Shay before the fight, I said I don't think he's really hungry no more. You know what I mean? And then your bones is brittle, so you just chill.
Let me see. I'm gonna get to the part. There you go, right there. Yep, the pay-per-view streak continues. Somebody breaking some shit.
Oh man, he was getting his face pounded on
there
the ground
too. And the leg is kind of like dangling.
Yep. Well, shit. It looked like his ankle was planted flat on his behind his fucking ankle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if Conor McGregor want to continue fighting, I would suggest that he go back to 145. 155 might be too much weight for him.
But the thing is now he done got hurt twice. So when he got opponents, they're going to focus in on it. They're going to be trying to kick him and slam him and do all type of stuff to get that leg.
See,
now it's
go ahead.
No, I was just going to say now that it's been broke. It's brittle. It's easy to break. So he likes to kick, and now that one of your strengths is also your weakness. Now you can't kick like you want to because you might break your shit again.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying about he need to go back to 145. I'm thinking maybe these big guys is hitting him and hitting him too hard for his legs to go. Like he don't have the frame. See, look at Dustin's frame compared to Conor's frame. Dustin is kind of like a big dude. He probably came in there. He had to be 155 was the weight. He probably was had to be in the 60s, 160 something. And their body frames ain't the same. So I'm thinking maybe that a bigger guy is hitting him. Maybe that's how his leg
he's in denial because then he was sitting there talking about I was kicking the shit out of him. I was pounding him. You know what I mean? Like no, you were losing the fight.
Yeah.
You had the chokehold on him, but then you let him up, and then he started pounding your face. You shouldn't have let him up. You should have been able to lock that and make him tap.
Oh,
and
that
you
thing
couldn't lock it. So that's what.
That looks so nasty. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And then keep talking shit. Your wife is in my DMs. Like, dude, chill out, man. He kept talking about you gonna take the bull out on the stretcher, and you get rolled out on the stretcher, and he's still talking shit all the way on the stretcher.
So Dustin deserves another title shot. 2 Conor McGregor wins. He should be next in line for a title shot.
And do you think he'll go again? Because Conor was talking mad shit like he want to fight him again.
Like I said, if I was Dana, no, I would say.
Look at all that blood pouring out his ear.
I say 145.
I wouldn't let them. They shouldn't fight again.
Yeah, exactly. I say 145. He won the trilogy. He won the trilogy. There's no reason for a fourth fight. I say your next fight is 145.
Well, they was trying to not count that as a win because it was a stoppage by the doctor.
What you count it as?
A L. Hey, this is part of UFC. Your shit get broke. You should get broke. That's on you.
All right.
If the doctor didn't stop it, that means you need to get on your feet and rumble.
Right. Well, that's our UFC coverage, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, good card too, by the way. Oh, and I only lost one fight because I thought Stephen Thompson was going to win. Oh, everybody else I picked as the winner. So, Philip, last but not least, we're going to talk about Beyond the Pole. Beyond the Pole is a reality show on WeTV about these strippers that's like half and half. They half in the game and half not. Some want to be in the game back again and some don't. So we're going to talk about our new queen. What'd you say?
I said these girls are washed.
We're going to talk about our new queen, our new TV sensation, Empress. Empress is a lady that's 38. I think that's how old she is. The first clip I'm gonna play you is okay. She's in a situation where she's arguing with her son. Her son is 18. She's arguing with her son, and she was talking to her daughter about the son. Now the daughter and the son, the daughter and her brother still have a relationship, and so Empress is trying to get information about her son from her daughter. And she breaks down her family structure. Take a listen at this, ladies and gentlemen. Hey. Look at that queen.
Hey, baby.
You call me?
Yeah. Have you talked to your brother?
About?
Please don't. Have you talked to your brother?
Yes, I have. I talk to him all the time.
All right. I'm a single mom. I have 6 children with one on the way. Josiah, who's 18. Liliana, who is 17. Serenity, who is 16. Malachi, who is 11. Harmony, who is 7.
Today, I'm with my mom.
Halani, who is 2, and then the baby on the way. I planned all of my children, but this last one. They all have different fathers. I like versatility.
Let's go outside. You won't even let us go outside.
I got different
That's
I am mentally, emotionally, and physically.
She likes versatility, and you just heard, ladies and gentlemen, she's pregnant, and she smokes cigarettes.
I gave her the benefit of the doubt. I said she got 7 kids with 5 different baby dads. I thought that's what she said. I didn't know it was 7 different.
Yeah, she likes versatility. Now, the second clip, she talks to someone about her baby daddy, the one she's pregnant with now, not the other children's fathers.
Giving all the love in the world.
Hello?
Girl, what's up?
Girl, this is some real that's going on right now. The horses got out last year. I redid my fence line, and these little goats got out. They gave me a fine, and I'm not paying them. Girl, I work too hard for my money to give it away. I barely survive right now. I'm not shaking ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, I barely.
Daddy's gonna say.
If you're talking about my sperm donor, that bitch ain't got to say about nothing. If you're talking about my baby daddy sitting up in prison, who's my baby daddy and who's gonna help me, that would say, hey, babe, I feel you. So I have 6 children. They all have different fathers. I like versatility. I don't see a thing.
What'd you say?
Baby. I said, so her dude got to come out of jail and help take care of this new baby.
Right, and she doubled down on her versatility. She doubled down on her versatility line again. And also in this clip, ladies and gentlemen, she said she was pregnant and she's still smoking a cigarette. And I don't believe if she's pregnant or not, because there's no way I will film her and she's smoking cigarettes and she's pregnant.
What I told I said, how come the We Network don't say, look, when we film it, you can't smoke?
Exactly.
Because the girl said something to her and she's like, this is what I'm gonna do, you know what I mean? I'm you know, I had all these other kids and they ain't nothing wrong with them. The network should step in and be like, yo, when you at your house doing your own thing, that's on you. But while we filming, you shouldn't be smoking that cigarette.
Exactly.
You ain't getting no check.
Exactly.
Wrong with my children having different fathers. I wasn't married. I didn't have intentions on getting married. I wanted children. I didn't want a man to tell me what I could and couldn't do with my kid.
Oh,
what
shit.
I look like having all my kids with one man, and I'm stuck dealing with you the rest of my life?
No, that's disgusting, ma'am. That's disgusting. You can't have children with just by one man. Are you kidding? That sounds sickening. I can't believe people say this shit on TV too, by the way.
That's how people think, man.
Hell no.
So, but the new baby daddy, how does he feel about the baby?
I was, okay. Without putting on my there, I'm going to put it like this. After I had Helani, I was going through a lot of emotions. Like I said, for 2 years, I stayed down with my own expectations of what I wanted from Phil. You know what I'm saying? So I went through that emotion time. You know, after you have a C-section, you pop in the Percocets. I was drinking, and I got drunk one night and ended up with my new baby daddy.
So somebody pulled the Bill Cosby, Mark Lamont Hill on her, took advantage of her because she was popping pills and drinking. He didn't force her to pop pills or drink, so he pretty much just took advantage of her. So Mark Lamont Hill, there's your girl right here.
And I didn't hide it from my baby's father. I told Phil it's his right hand, if that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying?
So that's Phil's right hand man that you're pregnant with.
No, it's not this Phil, ladies and gentlemen.
Hell no.
Yeah. But the way it gets real juicy. But he knew about the baby. He knew about the whole situation, and he don't judge me for it. He don't look down upon me for it. He look at me like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I'm a rock with you, and I'm gonna stay down for you, just like you've been staying down for me. So people can't say. That's why I got so offended when they were talking about, oh, you just his sugar mama.
All I'm saying is you sugar mama.
Bitch, I ain't sugar mama. That's my best friend. And if I was sitting up in prison, I'd hope someone would hold me the down the same way I've been holding him down. When it comes,
He wouldn't, but go ahead.
To my child's father, sometimes I can send him $300-400 in 1 month. Sometimes I might not be able to spare nothing but $100. It all depends, but best believe he'll never go without, because that's not just my best friend, that's my child's father.
This a lot, dog. This a lot, bitch. I need me a damn shot right now.
I thank you, you know what I'm saying? Because I really needed to get off my chest, you know what I'm saying? I've been going through hell.
You know, with me, it's no judgment for anything over here. Like, at the end of the day, I'm still gonna rock with you and still be cool with you.
No doubt. Remember, you said that when you find out who the right hand is.
All right. Now, this third clip, we got our Queen Empress tells everyone who's the baby daddy is.
Oh, shit.
That was interesting. Hey, ladies. Who came to squeeze a lemon?
Oh, she's 35, not 38. She just looks older than, she probably older than 35. I don't know. That might be stripper age.
You can take a seat.
And here she go with her Nick Cannon Swami thing on top of her head.
She borrowed it from Nick Cannon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay down in the bottom seat.
I like this baby mama look.
Oh, thank you. I just came from work. Are we supposed to squeeze this mother?
Take a turn, Empress.
All right, so you made the comment one day, and we were talking about men and whatever. And you were like, you remind me of a pimp. And I just kind of laughed, you know what I'm saying? Laughed. But I do have that mindset. And I'm gonna spill with y'all. Everybody wanna know who my baby daddy is. So I just been thinking long and hard. And the truth of the matter is, this is my life. And if I'm willing to let these girls in my circle, then might as well tell them what the deal with my situation. What better time than to squeeze this lemon and let it all out? My baby daddy is my baby daddy's brother.
Bitch, you do got pimp mentality, bitch, okay? Pimp with a mother here, bitch. What?
Bitch, what? Jerry Springer couldn't even wrote this him.
How do that make you a pimp?
Hey, look in their head to do. I don't know.
That makes you a whore.
Brothers. They brothers. So the baby's going to be like brother cousins.
That's Jerry Springer.
This was going on before my baby's father went to prison for 5 months before, because my baby's father was just my best friend. Don't forget that.
I'm going through the emotional roller coaster. I miss him. I love him. I hate him. I'm mad. I'm confused. I'm all of it. I feel like insane over here.
So me and his relationship.
You are a pimp.
Wow.
Yeah, in their head, she's a pimp. I don't know. But our last clip is with, okay, now we mentioned that Empress smokes. Now, one of the ladies there, Angel, doesn't like her smoking. So she had a gender reveal party, and she said she wasn't going to go because she didn't agree with Empress smoking while pregnant. Here's the clip. It might be hard to hear this because she's talking to Angel on what you call that when you talking to someone on a video on the phone?
Oh, FaceTime?
FaceTime, yeah. She's talking to her through FaceTime.
Hey, where are you?
I'm having breakfast.
Oh, I'm sorry. Angel was talking to someone else, and I don't think she knew that Emperor was sitting right next to her. I'm sorry. So the two people you're going to hear is Angel and the other lady. I don't know her name.
What do you mean? We are waiting on.
I don't condone when smoke cigarettes while they're pregnant.
What you got to say, Angel? I'm right here. What you got to say? I'm right here, baby.
I don't think that it's okay for you to smoke cigarettes while you're pregnant. I don't think it's fair to your child. I can't be supportive of a person who...
Carry on. I don't need a lecture from nobody.
I'm looking at Angel very different right now. Like, hold on, wait a second. You're supposed to be my non-judgmental friend, and you're not going to show up to my gender reveal party because I smoke? But to wait last minute and use that as an excuse not to show up to the gender reveal party? Come on now. I ain't going for it.
So that was an excuse of her don't want to go to gender reveal party because she didn't agree with Empress smoking.
That's a legit reason.
Well,
I support that. This girl always got it. Go ahead.
I was about to say her. She said it wasn't an excuse.
She's crazy. She also think it's cool. She also think it's cool to be knocked up by a married man that's your baby dad brother. So hey, you see where her head is at. But whenever they show her, she always got coffee in one hand and a cigarette in the other hand.
Yep.
That baby gonna be wired when they come out.
Exactly. So yeah, that's our Beyond the Pole Empress clips. Hopefully, did you see the newest episode?
We just watched one today.
Okay, that's probably was the newest one. If it's something wacky on there that she said, we're definitely going to report on it.
Well, it definitely is because she's a wacky person.
So you can reach the Judgments on Facebook, Twitter at PNL Judgmental, Instagram at _Judgmental, TikTok also at PNL Judgmental, and you can email us at pnljudgmental@gmail.com. All right, Phil.
All right. Peace out.
We'll see you.
So I be on my dolo. Hold up, walk that whoa, hold the phone. You think all I do is rap? I can do it on my own. That's why I produce the track. Don't wonder where my crew is at. They'll be back. Niggas see me walking on the block and look like, who is that? Who is that? People always wanna know where my friends is at. Like we attached. I don't need no crew to produce the same.